Hi, this is MJ Worthy of Be Worthy Lifestyle, and I want to share an experience with you that I know we've all run into where something happens spur of the moment, but you are having the greatest day. And I want you to picture, and especially if you're a grandparent and you've got this little being and they want to go do something and you're testing every piece of strength that you have in your body because you're like, you know what, I've got limited time here, so I need to make sure that I'm using every opportunity to bring joy into this little soul's life. And my little 3-year old wanted to go to the park. She loves the park. She doesn't care if it's hot outside, if it's raining. And this particular day, there was rain coming, but I had just enough time to get her out, get a little exercise, have some fun, and then just get back in the car and head back home. And so we had a little couple of fun things packed up for her. She had a little push car and we're I found this really nice park in a safe neighborhood. So I go there, there's a little bridge, we walk across and we start having our day. And I'm noticing the joy building up in me, that high frequency joy where you see the kids playing and now you're becoming a part of the environment. And in the meantime, the storm is rolling in. And so, you know about timing. I know about how fast I can walk with the little kid. And so we start making our way back to the car. And when we get back to the car, the parking lot had several SUVs, and mine have a little tint to the window. So when I was about to put my granddaughter in her car seat, I noticed I'd left the window down. And I said, that's odd because I knew it was going to rain. And but when I go over to the door, I see that the window is totally shattered. Someone has broken in to my vehicle in a row of 7 to 8 other SUVs that were untouched. And I had to sit with that for a moment because when things seem to happen to just you, is there a is there something that you need to be seeing here? So instead of going, oh my God, look what happened and what's going on and this is crazy and I need to call the police and I'm like, no, my granddaughter's here, so I don't want her to see, grandma freaking out. So I said, you know what, we're just gonna sit in the passenger seat. I'm gonna call someone to pick her up, call her dad, and I'm gonna focus on the fix. It's Sunday. I'm not going to work tomorrow and I have to find a place that's not going to charge me um, this ridiculous uh, price to get the one window fixed. And when my son comes to pick up my granddaughter, he gives me an idea of a place that can do that the next day. So while I was sitting there and the rain is coming in and my granddaughter doesn't want to sit on my lap, she wants to sit in her own seat because she's a big girl and there's glass all over. When I tell you how much, I don't know how much glass is in a shattered one window, but it looked like mounds on her seat, on the floor, and my emotions were really twisted, but I stayed in the moment. I stayed and made the place safe for her until she was picked up. Now, in the meantime, I'm not realizing anything else is wrong with the vehicle. And that is a good place for me because I was just focused on the fix, getting the window done in a timely manner. And I was able to focus on that. So to kind of wrap up, I really think it's important that when we're navigating through life and we see these, it doesn't have to be a shattered glass, it doesn't have to be your car broken into, it could be anything. It could be something you expected and it didn't follow through, or a promotion, or a breakup with a really good friend or loved one, or it could be anything. And the first place you go is into a low frequency victim mindset, as what is going on and why is this happening to me? And when you turn around your mindset and you let yourself be in the moment, in the environment, and you take a breath and you breathe in and find out what is happening here really. And if you sit long enough and quiet enough for just a few moments, things start to arrange themselves, and you start finding that it wasn't just the broken glass that happened. Yes, someone did the unthinkable, but I couldn't really see anything that was stolen. And I had my granddaughter, I had everything that I needed, and I was able to get her picked up. And so I had to look at it like, you know what? I've got tape at the house. I'll tape up the window. I live in a safe neighborhood where I can tape it up and nobody's going to do further damage. So I'm taking all those things in with the shattered glass and realizing that there's something else coming that maybe I haven't seen yet. So for now, I take that this is what happened today, but I also take that I got to spend time with my granddaughter, and I really still did have a good experience with her in those moments, watching her joy and talking to strangers like you want your young child to do, and just enjoying the day. And I'm embracing that young energy that we don't always get to feel when we're doing our day to day. So when you have these situations going on and there's a chaotic moment, look around and reach for the other things that are happening as well, and take a moment to quiet the situation so you can find out what the real source and what the real question is happening in your space. So I do have a second part to this experience, but I'm going to put it in a separate video because I want you to sit with this and think about a time where you have had a chaotic moment that made absolutely no sense, and you were forced to sit with it and keep your emotions and your breathing and your ability to see there's something bigger coming soon. So keep that in mind, and I'll see you in the next video.